Being supported during labor is the key to get through this magical journey, and therefore being able to hold your partner's hands, for example, is one of the great tools that you can use to get through the contraction pains. But what if I tell you in this video that holding a comb into your hands during labor could have the same effect, if not more beneficial than holding your birth partner's hands? Let's go into the video to know more. Hello future parents, if you're looking for ways to cope naturally during labor, well, this video could definitely be in your favor. I'm going to tell you about one of the strategies that you can use to get through the contractions during labor. And sometimes you don't need to take the pain away completely in order to survive labor. Sometimes you just need to alterate it or to channel it or to modify it in order to get through the contraction. Remember, the contraction is not a constant pain that will make you want to die, okay? A contraction in active labor lasts anything between 45 to 90 seconds, but it will start slowly, build up, and then go up in intensity like a wave, reach a peak, and then come down. And the peak is actually just 20, maximum 30 seconds. And if you need that little bit just to get through, well, this video could be one of the things that you might not have considered, but you could do to get through a contraction. If you don't know me already, my name is Ilenia and I'm a midwife. I currently live and work in the United Kingdom. I have been working as a midwife for now more than 7 years in different countries, and it's my great passion to help you, mama, or families or future families to get through this pregnancy, birth and postpartum journey. So if you've not done so already, please make sure to subscribe to the channel because I post a video every week with all type of these contents related to maternity and all this beautiful journey. In order to let you understand why a comb might help you to cope with labor contractions, I need to briefly explain you a theory that is called the gate control theory. This theory believes that your brain can only hold so many information at a time, and the pain signals are one of these information that the brain gets and is transmitted to the brain through your nerves and to the system. Think about when you hurt yourself during your life, when you bump into a corner or into a wall, or when you step into your feet, anything, that the first reaction will be to go and hold the hurted part of your body, for example. And you do that instinctively, and it's because by holding, you're kind of distracting your brain into perceiving the pain, and you're reducing the pain sensation. That's how the gate control theory works. Your brain can only hold so many information at a time, therefore by being distracted by more pleasure and less painful experience, then you might reduce your pain perception. You do that instinctively, as I was saying, by holding your partner's hand, by being hugged, by being cuddled. Those are all natural pain relief that will boost your oxytocin, will boost your endorphin, and will trick your brain at the same time. So that's how a comb comes into play. When you get a contraction, I would suggest it to you to wait for it until you're in active labor. And when you start to get a contraction, grab your comb, especially if you want to give a break to your partner. Maybe you've been squeezing your partner's hands for hours and hours and maybe it's not working anymore. Well, definitely give a try to the comb. You just have to hold the comb. One of these, a plastic one is fine, but otherwise just even a wooden one, especially if you like it and you're gonna hold it for many hours in a row, it might get your palm a bit bruised, but any comb is fine, to be honest. You hold it in this way with the sharpie part pointing your palm, and you just hug the comb with the rest of your fingers, and in this way the sharp part of the comb is just pressing on your hand, and this kind of works as a distraction tool and also as an acupressure tool to use. The sensation of the comb on your hand will travel faster to your brain. The nerves on your arms are closer to your brain than the one that the uterus is connected to, and therefore you might be distracted by this tool from the contraction pain, and you don't even imagine how effective it is. I didn't know about it until 2-3 years ago, and then nowadays I start to see more and more women coming into my labor rooms with a comb into their hands, and now it doesn't surprise me anymore. And I am still surprised though how this simple and cheap and like harmless tool can definitely help you to get through contractions, and some women really love it and swear by it, and they say that is what really got them through labor, especially the contraction peak, as I was talking about before. All sorts of factors influence pain feelings. They are environmental, cultural, but also thoughts and sensation can influence the pain perception, really. So having someone that is able to support you during this time, keeping your environment nice and calm and dark, and having those type of tools can really help you to get through labor. And especially if you're planning to labor naturally and you don't want any pharmacological intervention, please make sure that you document yourself about any technique that you can use, because you really have to have more than one, and you can pull it from your labor bag when you need them, and get your partner on board as well, and get them to remind you that you wanted to try this technique versus another one, and that it's time to change it, to use a different approach. You will not be able to get through labor if you're not prepared, and you will be just overwhelmed by the contraction feelings, and you will not know what to do if you don't get prepared during your pregnancy. So please make sure to check my website if you need to do any antenatal classes with me, or just get your time during pregnancy invested to know as much as you can about labor and birth, and why not also breastfeeding and the postpartum journey. It's all for this video. I hope that it was helpful. I'll see you next video. Bye bye.